Alright, this is Calibos, and we are playing Project Ozone 3. So when we last left off, which is basically like 3 to 5 minutes for me, I'll tell you a secret. I'm just kind of rolling through. I've got this episode, and then I've got tomorrow's episode, and I'm just gonna get it done. So I probably won't see your comments until, you know, I've actually recorded everything for the week. But it is what it is. I have projects that I need to work my way through. Stuff that is not Minecraft related. I know. Sacrilege. So, what were we doing? We had the... looking at our thing, we needed the sheet metal. Sheet metal. Alright. So we need, what, total of 4, so let's do that. Alright, so everything is by amounts that we don't need. That's good to know. So let's build this thing too, because I have a feeling. So not the squeezer. What is it that we're building? The fermenter. So let's pop that away, and we want to look at the fermenter. Alright, so it's actually going to look fairly similar to that one. So we're just going to go ahead and do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got, again, our pipes. We're going to have engineering blocks. 1, 2. I think it's there. We're going to have cauldron. Watch me have done that exactly wrong. And then our sheet metal. No, I've never built one of these before. And whackety, whackety, whackety. There we go. So, we now have an industrial fermenter. And again, power's going to go in the same spot. We're just going to go take care of that now. Power cell. So, my plan is basically to set these up much the same way I've set up this. Is have an ender chest leading into this one. And then, you know, pipe the fluid out. Electrical wires. Pipe the fluid out. And then have it go into a sorting system where we can access what we need when we need. Much like the one we conveniently already have set up over here. Except I never actually got around to, you know. So this has the plastic in it. Yeah, I never actually got around to doing the colors for these. And I should, because it is not great to just kind of leave this stuff sitting around. What's in this one? Oil. But yeah, this sorting system is going to really kind of expand. So we'll have to see how it goes. I really like this setup as far as this goes. I mean, that's neat. Anyway, that's that. Now we need to do a refinery. I want to do a pump jack actually too. We don't need to do a pump jack, but I'd like to. So pipe, we're gonna go ahead and make a couple of these. Nope. We need 2. 1, 2. So we need 2 heavy engineering blocks, and I think that we're going to have to teach it how to make those. Yeah. So heavy engineering blocks are going to be like so. And I think we already taught it how to make the, actually, let's go ahead and fill up the ones we're currently working on first. There they are. Because remember, we needed the bits for the cloches, because of the altered recipe. So we need 2 light engineering blocks. We'll just say engineering block. And I think we're going to need 1 redstone block, possibly. Redstone block. We're also going to need some steel scaffolding. Steel scaffolding. And again, we're going to have just the wrong amount because we're awesome. So some sheet metal. We're going to want 6 more, and I think it makes them in 4, so we're off again. Oh, we need 16 more. Or 6 more. Alright, so that should give us this. So let's go set this up now. Now, immersive engineering does have pipes and stuff like that, and they are very appropriate to the setting. You saw that they're kind of big and clunky looking. If I do not actually have to use piping, I typically won't. So when I can, I'll use ender chests just to avoid some of the hassle. It can make my my layouts very strange though. So we want to make the refinery. Stop. So we're going to need, what is that, 8, and then some piping. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So what are these? These are heavy and light, I think. Did we actually grab the light engineering block? No, I don't think we did. So I think that's a heavy and then a light. And then so we should have our pipe. Yeah, see, it's kind of clunky looking. So I both like it and don't like it. If that makes any sense. Redstone and a heavy. So the textures merge, and that's really cool. And I think the light goes there, but it's, yeah, light goes there. And then we do our tanks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the same, 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. And then we want to take our whacking stick here and find the magic spot. I never remember where it is. There we go. I whacked the top of the light engineering block, and that did it. So, on and off switch is here. This is going to be power, so we're going to get a power cell. Power cell. Ouch, that hurts. So we'll do that. We'll drop that on there. Tell it to go out. And do that. Are we out of power again? We are using kind of a lot, I guess. Out. We'll wait for that to stock back up. 1, 2, 3. And boom, go. Yep. Okay, power restored. So refinery is fairly simple. Basically, we put stuff in. Here, show recipes. So if we put in plant oil, we'll get ethanol, and then biodiesel. If we put in nutrient distillation, we'll get biodiesel, and then we'll get oil. See? Basically, it just processes stepwise. It's kind of like that was close. It's kind of like this, but instead of vertical, it's sideways, and it does 3 instead of 4. So it's not super complicated. At least I don't recall it being very complicated. Diesel generator. Now I'm going to set this up because it looks amazing, but we're not going to use it. So we're going to need 4 generator blocks, which we do not have a recipe for in the system. Generator block. Generator block. There we go. We'll do that. So we're probably going to need to set up the... Come on, where is it? So generator block, we're probably going to need to teach it how to make kinetic dynamos. So I don't think that it knows how to. I think that I just kind of made them when I was making it. Did I? Let's see, we need 4. Copper coil. Okay. Yeah. Pop that in place. Alright. So, if making 4 of these, we need, next step would be LV wire coils, which we can do. Alright. So, now it should make these. And you'll actually get to see the thing at work. So we're going to cruise over here and watch. It's not super exciting, but basically it's just going to put copper into the chest. The conveyor belt stamps, pulls them out of the chest. It stamps them, and then boom, everything gets crafted. So that gives us the generator blocks. Next we need radiator blocks, which you also haven't taught how to make. Radiator block. That's going to help actually, because we have so many things of water in there. How many radiator blocks do we need? We need 9 of them. It asks for an odd number, naturally. We make them by 2s, but we have 9. Weird. So, next step is 5 more fluid pipes. Fluid pipes. Which one is it? This one. 5 fluid pipes. We're going to want 13 heavy engineering blocks. Heavy. We'll want 12 more. 1, 2, go. And then we're going to want 1 redstone and 8 steel scaffolding. Come on, almost there. Redstone. And then we're going to want 8 steel scaffolding. Is that it? Yes. Perfect. Let's go see this monster. Like I said, this thing looks pretty cool. Alright, let's go to diesel. Generator, diesel generator. Pause. There we go. Alright. So we're going to want a generator block. Boom. Okay. I was worried for a second there that we were going to have light issues because I hadn't been paying attention to stuff. And now I'm distracted, and so I don't remember what it looks like. So, looks like piping, and then piping in the middle. Piping. So we're going to want scaffolding. And then that's radiator on this end. That's radiator. 1, 2, 3. I think the radiator is actually like a big block, if I recall. Yeah, I think that looks right. So we're going to want a kind of a plus sign here. Boom. Not really a plus. So that's going to be there. These are the heavies. So in a line. Wait. It's not a line. There we go. So like that, and then this is the plus sign, I think. Is that it? I think that's it. Let's try whacking it and see what happens. There we go. Boom. Does that not look awesome? I love this look. I mean, it looks like it should be on a heavy rail car or something. I wish immersive engineering made like a giant train. But, yep, looks awesome. So, on and off switch as usual. This is power and power output and stuff. And then you have fuel in. It's pretty simple. You just kind of like give it power and kick it on. But it looks amazing. It's probably one of my favorite things in immersive engineering. I never use it, but looks amazing. But that's immersive engineering. I mean, we did it. We're done. Sweet. So, oh my god, that's right. I even made the projector. So I've been whining about how it doesn't have a projector, but it does have a projector. I haven't made it. It's right there. Alright, well, you guys can laugh at me now. Basically what this does is, yeah. Ta-da! How's that? I feel dumb now. Could have just used that the entire time, and then we just kind of set it in place and then fill it in. So, yeah, what you do is you open the engineer's manual to the blueprints that you want to use, and then you close it again. You don't just switch to something else, hit escape, whatever you want to do, and then craft it with the projector, and it will project that page. You just right click it on whatever you want it to do. So just having the projector selected shows you the area. So you can shift right click, and I think right click places it, and then shift right click will unplace it and move it around again. So yeah, that is me being dumb. Anyway, moving on. So we need to do now the portality, controller, and frame. So it's going to require a little bit of crafting and some effort. Oh, electrotine. Do we have electrotine? Electrotine. I didn't even know there was an electrotine ingot. How's that? Who knew? Let's cook it and see what happens. Clearly it's going to take some processing to get there. So the recipe requires, okay, so we want to make the portality controller and 16 frames. Portality controller. And then we'll chuck this in here. So in order to make the controller, we need to teach it how to make black quartz and electrotine alloy ingots. So black quartz we should actually... I think that we can just grind these down. This is for this. We can smelt it. If we crush it, we get 2. Alloy smelter gives us 1. Sag mill gives us 2 crushed black quartz, some regular crushed quartz. So I'll set up a recipe for that. And I think that was our magical signal to stop. So we'll stop, I guess. But I hope you liked the episode. If you did, please leave me a like. If you didn't, don't. Simple as that. Questions, comments, and concerns can all go below. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really did. I mean, I don't just say that. Like, I actually randomly care whether people like the episodes. How weird's that? Anyway, I hope you guys have a good night.